Folks, welcome back to my channel. This is Aaryan Rajesh here. Good morning and happy Republic Day to everyone. It's 26th of Jan 2026 and it's Republic Day. We had come out for a small ride. I had come here to shoot a couple of videos which was pending on Transalp. So yeah, this video is all about the ownership experience with the bike. I have the bike here itself right in front of me, right? The beautiful, the beast, all-rounder, underdog, you can call whatever it is. The Transalp is gaining traction in India now. There are a lot of bikes being sold and people are slowly getting to know its capacity and low maintenance and all that stuff, right? Which we'll speak about. So first thing, I got this bike in Feb 2025 last year. It's a 2024 make, September made bike and it's a complete CBU. It's not a CKD. So it's a CBU bought unit and it's imported from Japan, of course. Yeah. So and pricing details, how much and all, I can't share those informations because everyone will have their own set of pricing. And I got this bike in Big Wing Top Line Honda in Bangalore. It is there in Lavely Road. I can even give the contact person's number there. You can call them, you can ask all the questions, all the details. I'm very much happy with their service and all that. The sales and service part. The sales was very good. The delivery experience was very good. I went out with my family, got the bike. I had previously gone and I'd seen the bike, everything, did a, PID, all that, and got the bike in Feb. So 1 year, 1 year later, how was the experience? It's been 13,500 kilometers I've ridden and recently I got the second service done. So the first service is at 1000 kilometers, which you guys know. And 1000 kilometers may whatever engine oil would have come in the bike, they will flush out that engine oil and they will put the synthetic one, the new oil, which will be filled in your first service. And bill would typically be around 5,000 something, 5,000 to 6K only for the oil. You will be paying up only for the oil. They'll check all the the basic stuff. They'll torque all the bearings and all the whatever accessories are there, whatever accessories you put on, they'll retorque it basically. They'll check all that, they'll check all the fluids, brake pads, they'll clean the brake pads, chain maintenance and all. This happens in your first service. It's a pretty simple checkup. Now comes your 6,000 checkup, which is not mandatory by the way. A few will say it is mandatory. In few service centers, they make it mandatory so that the bikes are in check, which is good. You have to get it done, my recommendation. It's not like you should not get it done. It will cost you somewhere around 1,600 or something to get the checkup done. So they'll basically check your engine oil, all your fluids again at 6,000 kilometers. This happens every 6,000 kilometers. So I got the first service done, rode 6,000 kilometers. When my Odo was 6,000 kilometers, I again took it back. They did a check and they said everything seems fine. Honda, right? Not much things can go wrong. So that is your next service visit at 6,000 kilometers. And your next major service is your second service, which happens at 12,000 kilometers. So in this bike, in Transalp, or let's say any Honda, or specifically for Transalp, your service is at 12,000 kilometers or 1 year, whichever comes earliest. So if you're finishing off 12,000 kilometers in 9 months, you have to get the bike serviced. It's not like you have to wait till 1 year, right? So in your second service, again, they will change the engine oil, everything, oil will be changed. They'll put up new filters, oil filters, new oil, and Honda uses their own oil. They have their own branding. I think I think they'll get their oil done from V-Strom, I guess. I'm not sure. They have rebranded, but good oil. Huh? It's good. It's not like for cost cutting, they have done something cheap. So it's very good oil. It maintains viscosity till 12,000 kilometers. And I got my second service done at 13,000 kilometers because I was on a ride. By the time I came back, I did 1,000 kilometers more. So the viscosity was on point. The engine was not that rough. It was kind of rough, the small difference in the oil. After the service, again, it is back. So oil is good. Highly recommend you guys to switch to, you guys to, please use Honda oil itself and for warranty and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, coming to warranty stuff, I've taken the extended warranty. So with the bike, you get 2 years of warranty and I've taken 2 years of extended warranty. So total 4 years, the bike is protected with extended warranty. And Yeah, second service costed me around 6,000 something just for the oil change and the filters. They'll do the chain maintenance, cleaning, they'll check all the fluids. Now you guys might ask me, why is it only 6,000 kilometers? Aren't these big bikes, you know, costlier to maintain? Now that is the part. Now when I go for my next 6,000 kilometers checkup, which is at 18,000 kilometers or 19,000, now I have to change the air filter. Now the air filter will cost around 11,000, right? Now that is your expense. And the Honda's air filter is very good about 18,000 kilometers. You can just change the air filter and you are good for another 18,000 kilometers. Now if you don't want to do that, you can switch to performance filters, which is BMC, and we have some other brands there, right? That is your lifetime filters, but you have to get it cleaned again at 8,000 kilometers. And in Transalp to remove the air filter is the toughest job. You have to remove this tank, you have to remove the fairings, you have to remove the tank completely, and then there will be your air box. You have to remove the air box and then you will have your air filter. Now to do that, the labor Honda takes is 2,000 rupees, I guess, right? To change the air filter, it should be around 2,500 or something. Yeah, it is that tedious job. It's not like you remove the seat and there is air box. So the air box is very, very high. It's somewhere here, right? So yeah, removing the air box and removing the air filter is a big task in this bike. Now I have to change the air filter. Now the bike is still running in the stock air filter at 18,000. For me, it is 19,000 because 1,000 kilometers I did extra, right? So 13,000 I got it serviced. So 6,000 kilometers add to that. It is 19,000 kilometers. I have to again take it to Honda. They will change the air filters. I'm planning to get the BMC once for all. BMC will cost around 10,000 bucks, and you can use it for unlimited kilometers. You just have to remove, clean, put the oil. BMC, there is one air filter oil. You have to do that and then put it back, right? One time investment. I'm planning to get it done. And for people who are asking questions that will it change the performance? I don't think so. It will add much changes in the performance or anything. You will hear some exhaust. I mean, you will hear the exhaust more bassier. Apart from that, I didn't hear any performance changes. People who have done it, they said it's the same. It's not that much. They say the bike is breathing a bit more freely now. We'll see. I'll see my experience. I'll make a complete video on that experience, on how to change the air filters and all. I'm planning something on that. Stay tuned, but it'll take some time because I have to clock 6,000 kilometers, right? So this is your servicing part, right? One service every year or 12,000 kilometers. That is what Honda says. And you can easily maintain these bikes, guys. It's not like it's very difficult to maintain. It's very easy to maintain. You can do your, your own chain adjustment and all that. It's pretty straightforward. You need to know how to use the tools. Even brake pads also. I know how to remove my brake pads and I can change it by myself now. I've learned it. It's so easy on the rides, right? It's better you get to know your bike. Ownership experience is very good. Now I think the bike is becoming more costlier with the new 40% GST cut. For people who are asking about vibrations, there are some vibrations here, this part, especially this part. You can feel it on your thighs when you're holding the bike, right? You can feel it here. It's not like it's there only in my bike, it's there on the other Transalps also. So the vibrations come here. At around 4,000 RPM it comes, but it goes off, it fades off. And you have some vibrations on the handlebars also. Very mild, it's not like it doesn't irritate you or anything. Given that any more questions you guys have, you guys can put it in the comments or DM me on Instagram. And the tires which the bike have come as Caro Streets. It's Metzeler's Caro Streets. One of the best tires here. Seriously, I'm a big fan of this. And it's 80-20 tires, 80 road and 20 off-road. Very good, very grippy. It holds the bike like anything. Very good tires for this bike. Now, again, I've got another set because this is already done 13,000 kilometers, right? So still it has around 10% of life. I think so. We'll see. Yeah. And tires are good. No issues there. Rest the quality is top notch here. All the parts, all the bolts, nuts, everything is top notch on the bike. And this comes with Nissin brake pads, very grippy. Front, I'm running the stock brake pads. I recently changed it at 10,000 kilometers because I do some trails and all that. So front, I've gone back to stock brake pads. It costed me 7,000. And the rear, I've gone with a brand called Crank. Because the stock ones are costly, it's around 4,000 and the Crank comes somewhere around 2.8 or something. I've gone with the crank ones, and the bite seems same for the rear. And what else? What else on the bike, on the ownership experience? Nothing much to speak here. It's pretty straightforward bike, no nonsense bike. That is why I went with Honda. I didn't want much of a headache. If you are deciding on a ride, you should be able to take it. You should not make it complicated. Yeah. So hit me up in the comments if you guys have any questions. If you guys have any personal suggestions or any questions which are unique, which you can't post it in the comments, you can just DM me on Instagram. I'll be happy to reply. Yeah. So see you guys in the next video. Ciao. Bye bye.